Hey guys, this is Laura. I thought it might be useful for me to put together a little video explaining how to play the card game in Hana Awase. So here's the tutorial. This is what the field looks like. Those are the 6 cards that are in your hand. At the start of every round, you draw 6 from your deck, over here on the left, and you get 6 cards. And then there's a time where you can pick and see which hands you can form. So basically this card game is kind of like poker in that you're trying to form these hands, or yakus, in order to score points. And in this case you're attacking your opponent with them. So the more points you can gain from these hands, the more damage you'll do. So when at the start of your turn, this little window pops up, this pink window that tells you basically which yakus you have or almost have. So these 2 that are in red, it means that you already have all of the cards necessary to form those. And this one here, when it's in rainbow, it means that you're 1 card away from getting it. When it's in gray like this, it means that you need more than 1 card, but basically these are all the yakus that you can almost get. And you can look down here and see how you have that Oni card, and then these 2 blue ones, you already have all 3 of those, and so on and so forth. So this is just a guide to tell you which yakus you have or you almost have, so it's really handy. You don't even have to remember really what yaku or what cards are in which yakus, which is nice. When you click on one of these little windows, it'll highlight the cards that are in that yaku, and it'll send up the other ones that are not. As you can see, when they clicked on this one, it highlighted a different set of cards, and this Oni card was taken out and sent up, and so on and so forth. The ones that are sent up, like this, basically those are the cards you're choosing to discard. And when you discard the cards, they go back into your deck, and then you draw 3 new cards. And if you're hoping to form another yaku, one that might score more points, like I believe the ones closer to the end here, like the closer it is towards the bottom, the more points it's worth, I think. Don't quote me on that. You can try and discard these cards and see if you can get it either on this turn or the next turn, but keep in mind that if you don't have any yakus in your hand, then the turn passes and you don't get to attack, and if you don't have any yakus but your opponent does, then they'll attack you, so be careful. Anyway, they're saying these are the cards you keep and these are the cards that get discarded. When you're ready and you know that the cards that are sticking up are the ones that you are ready to discard, you click this blue button over here and it'll discard your cards, take them off the field, and you get to draw 2 new ones. And then that's the end of the card drawing half. Now it's like battle mode time. So this little menu pops up and it basically tells you which yakus you have, and you click on the one that you want. When you click on one of them, it highlights the cards in that yaku and it tells you how many points that yaku is worth. In this case, this particular one is worth 17 points. This one is worth 21 points. When you're ready to pick that yaku and play it for that 21 damage or whatever, you click this red button. And it sends the yaku towards the opponent, right? On the next screen, there's 2 choices. There's koi koi and there's, I don't know what this one means, but let's just call it do not koi koi. Basically, when you only want to koi koi if you have multiple yakus you can play, because koi koi means go attack again and then you get to choose another yaku out of your hand. But keep in mind that the yaku that you just played is gone, so if you have multiple yakus that utilize the same cards, then those won't count. So you have to be really careful about that. Make sure that the different yakus that you're wanting to play all use different cards. If you don't And the game is really obvious about this because there's like a nice sound effect and the mask looks different on the animation. It sounds weird, but you'll understand when I show it to you. It's different when you are able to koi koi versus when you aren't. If you choose to koi koi anyway, it'll pull out more cards after discarding the ones you just played in your Yaku, but then if you can't form a Yaku from the cards that you get, then you don't do any damage. It negates all of the damage that you would have done, so be careful about koi koi. It's kind of a gamble if you don't already know you have Yakus. So in this case, the computer decided to koi koi, or the tutorial decided to koi koi because, see, they had another hand. So they played this card with the blue, is it July? And these are 2 cards with the red ribbons on them, so that's another Yaku. So after playing that, it compounds the 17 damage with the 21 damage, and again, after you play that Yaku, this screen comes up again. And this time, since that was the last one, as you saw on that list, there was only that one Yaku, this time you would choose not to koi koi. And it does the damage, and that's it. You can see that the opponent's health bar has gone down after that attack. See, their HP bar is at the upper left. Your HP bar is in the lower left. And that's basically all there is to it. The second tutorial talks about EX mode. In order to do EX mode, your partner has to be a character with a sprite. So later in your subsequent playthroughs, you can partner with one of the 5 sprites, or you can partner with guys with a sprite, like Love Me Kun or the twins or whatever, right? This is your EX bar. It won't even show up if you're not partnered with a sprite. But basically, as you draw more cards, your EX bar fills up. So when you do multiple koi kois, it helps charge your EX bar a lot faster because you get more EX points. During a card, so you can't do it when you're in attack mode. So after you've already discarded your cards for that turn, you can't do it. You have to do it during this part here. If you see this where it says push, then you push it, or you click it, and it puts you in EX mode. And EX mode basically makes your attack, defense, and critical rate a lot higher. And so suddenly you'll be doing like megaton damage. And so that's basically all there is to the game. I'm going to do a quick run through a quick match so you can see what it all looks like in action. I'm already rank 5 because I think you have to do Mizuchi's route before you can go against the 5 sprites, so I'm stuck for the 4 sprites. Anyway, I'm going to go against Momotose with Love Me Kun. You all will be very well acquainted with Love Me Kun eventually. Alright, so here we go. Game starts. Lucky me. All of the koi kois I could get are already formed in this one, so there's no point in keeping either of these 2. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but this is the skills button. When you pull this up, there's these skills. When you first play the game, you'll only have the level 1s, but this one, the top one raises your critical rate. The second one heals you, or heals your HP, so this is like a very low heal. It maybe heals 10 or 20% or something, and this one heals like almost all your HP. The third one raises your attack power, or your offense. This one raises your defense. This one, we don't really use these 2 very much, but basically what this one does is it illuminates the next card, the card that's on top of your deck. And if you pick this one, it shows you the next 2 cards. So it's a good way of like, if you're not unsure about whether to koi koi, or you think you'll be unsure about koi koiing, then you can click this and see what cards are coming up, but usually you shouldn't bother with those, worry about these. This one illuminates the next card or cards on your opponent's deck, so you can see what your opponent is going to do. That might be good for people who like to strategize and like to play delicately, but most of us are kind of like built like glass cannons and just basically up our power and hit them as hard as we can. So those are the skills. As you level up your skills stat, you will get more skill points. So you see here, I'm at the max, so I get 7. So in one match, I can use 7 skills. Note when you can use each of these, only one. So once I use level 4 critical up, I can't use this one again. I can still use level 3 or level 2 or whatever, but you know, just, it's a 1 use per match. Anyway, so I click on this, I send these up. Goodbye. And now with Tack Mode, I didn't get another Yaku, so this is it. And I'm not gonna Koi Koi. Oh, I should note that when you do the attack, whoever has the most points for that attack goes first. So if you're about to die, then make sure that you heal or that your next attack is definitely going to be stronger than your opponent's, because if they attack first and kill you, then you lose. In this case, I have 2 Yakus, and okay, you can see here that these Yakus use different cards. So I'll be able to Koi Koi in my next one. So be careful about this because you can't multiple select, so I would select this one and then make sure you manually click these 2 so that you get to keep both of them. And this time I'm gonna up my power. Heal. I like to try and get a perfect victory, but I know that I'm not going to be able to kill her in this one attack probably, so I'll leave it. So anyway, shuffle. For this card. Okay, when this comes up, in order to maximize the number of Koi Kois I can possibly do, I usually play the hand with the most cards first, because that means that it discards 3 cards, and so I get 3 new cards, and it's like a higher possibility that I'll form more Yaku sooner. So that's just my rule of thumb. I mean, other people might do it differently, but you know what I mean? Because if you play this one first, then you only discard 2. You know, so you have a higher chance of getting something if you do it this way. And of course you want to do it like that, because if you play this one, it uses 4 cards, but then you only get to play 1 Yaku, so just be careful about what you're doing. Okay, so I picked this one, go. And did you see that sound effect and or hear that sound effect and how the mask was, nice white face looking mask instead of the goblin looking one? That means Koi Koi. And she Koi Koi'd too, as you can see from that tiger. So here we go, I have 2 Yakus, and look, lucky me, they're 2 different Yakus. So again, I'm gonna go with the 3. Koi Koi! And my rampage is going to end right here. You can see there was no happy mask, so that's it. Since I had 3 Koi Kois and she only had 2, I get to attack first. Okay, here we go. This time, I'm gonna keep these and keep this because there's 3 different hands I could possibly form from this card. Note that the our EX bar is filling up. We're a little bit ahead of her for now. Oh look, I got a Yaku. I got 2 Yakus, 2 of the same. This little counter, so because there's Yakus that are possible with multiple cards, so when you click at different times you can see which cards get discarded. Don't think it really matters, but I'll pick this one. And oh look, EX mode! When you're partnered with one of the brides, it's really cool because their character song starts playing and all this fancy stuff happens. Okay, so I'm going to keep this, and I'm also going to keep this because it's only 1 card away from forming a Yaku, so if I happen to get this other red ribbon card, it would be great. But even if not, I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill it. There you go. Wow, yay. Oh, she Koi Koi'd. Oh, but see, she failed her Koi Koi, she didn't have another Yaku, that's what happens, you lose. So yay, perfect victory! And that's all there is to it. At the end of the match, you get stat points and a card if you face somebody with a card. But I already have this one because I've beaten Momotose like I don't even know how many times. And you get these points that you can distribute into your stats. Obviously, different people will favor different stat distributions depending on their playstyle. I kind of favor offense, but I've been trying to be a little more even. That's it. And then you can battle again if you want to, or if you're in a story mode, you move on with the story, but that's about it. I hope I was clear. If you ever have any problems, feel free to tweet me or whatever, right? Have fun!